American writer Mark Twain once said, "Nothing so needs reforming as other people's habits." Research suggests that without follow-up from training and coaching programs, 90% of new skills are actually lost within a year, and only 10% of what's invested into training programs results in employees transferring what they've learned back into their jobs. A further study suggests 30% of employees have solid development plans in place that, if implemented, would lead to constructive behavior change, but only a third actually execute their plans. Getting all of us to learn new skills and putting them into practice is quite challenging, even when we are sufficiently motivated to do so. Most of us are pretty good at setting goals, but not nearly as good as attaining them. Brain imagery research suggests that two very different areas of the brain are activated when we initially begin to set goals and then actively pursue them. Our brain is similar to a self-driving automobile, with so many things working in the background on autopilot and far from consciousness. These include our respiration, cardiovascular and immune functions, to name a few. As a result, every new behavior that's learned takes energy, and our brain is resistant to taking the time to incorporate yet one more routine into its already busy assignments. Even our best attempts at habit and behavior change often are unsuccessful to maintain over time. For example, about 2/3 of those who lose weight will regain all of it back within 4 to 5 years, and over 3/4 of criminals released from prison are likely to return. Feedback to leaders, at best, only leads to small observable changes in new habits and behaviors. Wanting to change, the will, is but a necessary but not sufficient condition for successful behavior change. As Jim Rohn has said, "Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going." Research gives us some clues about how long we have to engage in new practices to form new habits. Initially, it takes about 6 to 8 repetitions of new behaviors to lay down new neural wiring. New research suggests that on average, it actually takes between 65 to 91 days before new behaviors become automatic and comfortable. Practice may not make perfect, but it certainly will help to make you better. So, now that you understand a bit about the brain and the formation of habits, you will appreciate the science behind our learning transfer and habit change platform called Talent Accelerator. Use the platform to set individual goals, get monthly nudges in the form of online reminders, and receive immediate pulse survey feedback from your colleagues to measure actual perceived change in your behaviors after 90 days of deliberate practice. Studies show that translating an intention into deliberate practice with a specific trigger can double a person's likelihood of achieving their goals. Here are a few examples of how effective triggers are for some important behaviors. So, to get started, just log in and set your first goal. Talent Accelerator provides a structured way to implement your intentions and help you to translate them into actual practice plans. Remember, someday is not a day of the week.